There's adversity always swirling in our lives because we live in a very physical world, and Emily lives with, you know, physical limitations, so you have to constantly adapt life to meet those needs. But there is peace and joy and true contentment in my home, and that wasn't there before Emily.
Emily has a spirit about her which says, I'm going to do it, and just because I have a handicap doesn't mean we can't find a way around it.
We're really dying deep inside for someone to say, I love you just as you are. And really, that's what Christ did when he died on the cross. He said, I'm stretched out on the cross because I love you.
It wasn't until she was 15 months old that she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. I was pretty well devastated. I wanted her to sit up. I wanted her to roll over like everybody else. I was on my knees before the Lord to say, Lord, you show me where you need to get her, and I'll do it. That's why I call it an adventure, because if we just tune our ears to his still small voice, he will take you on an adventure. In James, where it talks about there'll be joy in your trials. It doesn't make sense from an earthly standpoint, but if we commit it to him, there will be joy in our trials.
Emily, did the Easter Bunny come see you today?
Yeah.
What did he bring you? A carrot, huh?
Emily is called a spastic quadriplegic, meaning that she has the self-help skills of a 6-month-old. So she is total care. She needs total care with lifting, bathing, dressing. She is not medically fragile in that she's not on you know, oxygens or IVs at night for, you know, special feedings or anything. It's orthopedic only.
Good to see you this morning.
Here's a charming and lovely and very bright young woman who's trapped in a body that just won't do what she wants it to do. And so our simple everyday tasks we take for granted can be a struggle for her. And yet, again, she perseveres.
At the core of her is a very caring, compassionate, giving, fun-loving, she wants to have a good time even though she's in a wheelchair. I mean, I never dreamed of her dancing in her wheelchair, but she dances in the wheelchair, which is awesome.
She made me stop and literally smell the roses. I mean, literally. There's a beautiful arboretum not far from our home, and I, for, you know, 10, 15 years, drove by that day in, day out. And, you know, out the van window one day, she goes, Mom, what's that place right there that's got all the pretty flowers? We drive by it all the time. Let's stop sometime, you know? And lo and behold, I was driving by the most beautiful God's creation of roses and the fall leaves and having that crackle under her tires, you know. She literally made me stop and realize that I was after the big thing, what the world says is important, and Emily made me stop and realize that life is relationships. And it's not what she can do physically, it's the richness that she brought to me as a mom and a daughter. It's the richness that she brought into our friendships in the community.
Seeing her struggle and seeing her overcome her struggles is an incredible inspiration. She always has a smile, her curls are always bouncing. People want to be around her, they love her.
She cares so much about everybody around her and puts herself second all the time.
She will ask everybody, you know, how can I be praying for you? And you better believe she'll be asking you the next time she sees you how that situation is going, because she will pray for you. And she just is always smiling and happy, and she takes whatever comes at her with stride.
It's a daily choice every day. When you get up, you can say, okay, today I can choose to be overwhelmed by my circumstances, or I can let God handle it. What am I going to do? And then also surround yourself with a supportive network of people. Relationships are so important. I don't know if I can stress that enough. And that will just listen to you and be there and help you up when you fall.
Hi, I'm Emily Shanahan, and these are my group of friends called the Cognitive Crowd. My favorite thing about the Cognitive Crowd is just how accepting they are, not only of me, and just helping me feel like a, quote, normal person, unquote, but just how accepting they are of other people. And I don't know, we all complement each other very nicely.
Because we're a very international group.
Jamaica representation right over there. And then,
2 of us are foreigners.
Yes.
Well, my favorite thing about Emily is probably all the dangerous situations we get her into. We always barely manage to get her out in one piece, and we parked her in all kinds of interesting places like shopping cart racks and handicap parking spots, but in her wheelchair.
Shopping with Emily is hilarious because she doesn't know what she wants, and you can show her 10 different things, and she'll be like, "Oh, I think I like that. I think I like that one too." And then you don't choose anything after that.
In other words, she's pretty much a girl.
She's very indecisive, which I love about her.
As a freshman in her first semester of college, Emily's biggest complaint to me is, I want to be given back. You know, I want to get involved in the ministry here. I'm like, Emily, just settle in as a freshman, you know? And she's like, no, I want to do something. You know, so many people are helping me. I want to help somebody else, and I know I can.
She, I know, looks at herself as being someone who has to ask a lot. But I think she doesn't realize what she's done for the people around her, and just knowing her, what a blessing it is, and knowing that if everything else failed in my life, I know Emily would be there.
She's my hero. Anything that we complain about in our daily lives, she doesn't complain. She truly has been like Jesus to those around her. And just through her love and her discerning heart and her way of seeing people for who they are and seeing things from God's eyes.
I certainly have learned a lot of lessons from Emily, and I think the lesson that you can learn over and over again is that a wonderful person with the help of a lovely family can accomplish things that you and I may not even dream could be accomplished.
Colossians 3:23, serve as if you were serving the Lord and not for men. It's taking God's word and really making it come to life. I mean, it's just not there on the pages for naught. I mean, it really means it's our roadmap.
If I can die and go to heaven knowing that I changed 2 or 3 people's lives for the better, then I'll die happy. I'll die fulfilling my life's purpose.